Let's talk about making a Zoom meeting for classes for your students, okay? The first thing we'll do is go to the Hudson Valley main page. I am faculty and staff member. Scroll down. Zoom is going to be right here. I'll click it. It's got a couple options. If you want to make a class so your students can join, you're going to want to go to host. It's going to give you all kind of options. It's got to download it to your computer. Sometimes you have to do this every time. But hit open Zoom. Sometimes you have to do this one down here. If nothing prompts, hit it. I got lucky, it loaded it right up. But if you just go through those buttons, you'll eventually get it to open up. From this screen right here, you can do a couple of things depending on what kind of computer you're using. If you have a webcam or a laptop, you've got your audio over here. So if you have a microphone like I do, I go ahead and choose it. You can use the microphone from your webcam, or you could use the microphone from your laptop if that's what you're using. And then you can use different speakers. If you're on a PC, you don't want to use your speakers if you have an external microphone as well, because you'll get feedback. Okay, so you want to make sure your speakers or your headphones, if you're using a laptop with a gooseneck microphone. Down here we come to video. You can make it default to start with the video off, right? So that's a good thing if you're just getting ready for a meeting and you're in your pajamas, right? You don't want the video to be running. So I can start and stop the video at will, right? Some students are going to want to have their video off. Some students want to have it on. That's just up to each individual person. You control whether your camera's on, okay? You can't control other people's cameras. But you can control other people's microphones, okay? So you can mute people if they're causing a disruption. So the next step, we want to invite people. So invite, the way I like to do it is just copy invitation. So copy invitation has been copied to the clipboard. So I can come up and open my email. New message. And then I just paste, right? So it has all the different ways to get into Zoom. 90% of the time, if you just copy this into your browser, it's going to take you to the same place I was just at, right? Bingo. If your students don't have a computer, they can use the phone number, right? So they just dial this number, then they punch this in. If you notice, this number is the same as this number. That's your meeting's unique ID. Okay. You can do this ahead of time, so you can just kind of bookmark a room for yourself, right? A couple days ahead of time. People can hop in, make sure it works, and then everybody logs in when they're supposed to, right? As far as how Zoom works, if you have more participants, you just go over here. You can do a couple different things. You can mute people, right? You can mute all, right? So if you're just giving a lecture, you can do chat. So if you're giving a lecture and you want students to be able to say, hey, your microphone doesn't work, can't hear you, right? You can do that too. And then reactions, if you need those. Record, this is big. You can use Zoom to record lectures, right? So you can use your webcam or your computer screen. You can share your screen, which I'll show you in a second. This will record as a video file that you can upload to TextMyth Relay or Camtasia and edit it as you need to. So that brings us to the share screen. There's a bunch of different options right here. So if you're giving a lecture, say a PowerPoint, right? You can just share your screen with the students, right? So I can share, what I'm doing right now on my other screen, and the students can see it, right? So stop share. You can also use a whiteboard, right? This is kind of neat. So you can draw. If you have a graphic pad with a pen, you can do that too. I'm pretty sure you can do it with an iPad as well. And the last cool share screen thing that's pretty useful is you can share your cell phone. So iPhone, iPad, share. So you got to use your phone. It's got to be on the same network. So if you're home, no big deal. Screen mirror, that's something you do on your phone, and you can share if you have some pictures on your phone or whatever you want to show the students. It's pretty easy. And then we just come up here to stop share to stop it. Okay, so that's a quick way to set up Zoom. As far as actually using it live, I can't do that right here, but it takes a little bit of figuring out. But if you can get everybody to log in beforehand, life will be a little bit easier.